Taib Ahmed asked us to give him ideas, and he's been asking and asking. So we came up with 5 ideas. We are flying blind here. We don't have context, but we came up with a full name on one of my favorite, a shadow cut with letters design. We've converted to 3D. Does not look that very cool in my opinion. And then we came up with letters that are really created and crafted very well, as well as a geometric kind of a creative one, and a last one that is architectural. Let's jump in on Canva and share the ideas. So, idea number 1 is us starting with a capital letter O. So we're going to press T for text, and we're going to write O, and the beautiful font that we're going to be using for our O, just to get the nice effect we're looking for, is this weird font that's called Forma. You could use Forma, or you could use a circle within a circle to create this effect. It is a paid font. That's why I'm saying you can create the circle within a circle if you want to. Now we're going to change the color and make it a bright yellow. So we want this mellow Barnard yellow, and we're going to nicely increase that and add it to our side. Once you've added your O, you're going to press L for line to add a line. You're going to just make the line size not that big, like a 6 or a 5, and change the color to be the same as your background to white. And then reduce the size of your line so that it starts creating the old school camera that we used to have back in the day. Duplicate the line, rotate, duplicate the line, and rotate. Duplicate the line. Like about 4 of these, that creates the old school camera. Next, you're going to press T for text, and you're going to change the font and select Hammersmith 1, and then increase the size of your font to 75. You can always group these so that they don't bother you, and add them to your design, and then write the name. And then duplicate your text, reduce the second text to 55, and then write the name of the business, the rest of the name of the business, which is Production House. Align the P with the I so that it looks like that. And then last thing that you would do, you're going to grab the rounded square shape and add it to your design, and then move it to the bottom so that you create those VR goggles. So if the shape is a bit rounded, just adjust it, and then add it so that it is the same size as your production house, and it is also the same size as your Ahmed, so that it's completely aligned. And change that to a bright, beautiful orange color, and then add a triangle in order for you to create the VR goggles. So reduce your triangle so that it's small, and then go to your border styles, make the triangle rounded, and then change the color to white. Move that to your goggles so that you have VR goggles. So we can add an orange line, we can curve it,
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's control.
The designer in me always wants to try gaps and designy kind of designs. So you're going to duplicate your curved line in order for you to create a gap on the name Ahmed. So you're going to change the color and make it black, and then slant it and add it on top of Ahmed, and then go to your positions and align your positions correctly so that the black is on top of the name and the red is the top part of your design. That way your design looks funky and it looks fresh and it's absolutely stunning. Shadow cut design. So you're going to start by pressing T for text, and then you're going to make your letters nice and big and type T for your letter, and then change the font to 10 Pearl. So you spell it T-A-N Pearl. And you're going to hold Alt to duplicate, or you could press duplicate on top there to create A for our letter. For this nice effect to work, we don't want 10 Pearl for our A. We're going to use Playfair Display for our font. You're going to change your font to Noto Serif Display. Great stuff. And then you're going to make it nice and large. Next, you're going to go to share, and you're going to download page 2 as a transparent background.
For a purpose, I hope it's worth it.
And if you don't have transparent background, you're more than welcome to go to my link below to go trial it out. And once it's added and it's downloaded, you just add it back to the canvas, and then you have your letters that you're going to delete, and you want to use the image because with the image we can manipulate. You're going to size it to the exact size that you want for your design. Make sure before you duplicate it that you've sized it. So I want it to be nice and big, and then I'm going to duplicate and put it on the side, and then I'm going to crop all the way to where the T stops and starts, right over there at the border of the T. I just want to crop it up until there. It would be nice to change the background and make it a nice gray color because Talib didn't tell us what color his production house is. So we're going to do all sorts of colors. Next, we're going to grab the second duplicate we've made, and we're going to start cropping it all the way up until the A starts, or at the corner there. And then we are going to combine the two and align them. But first we're going to go to our elements, and we're going to search for the shadow. This shadow we're looking for, because we're doing a shadow cut design, we're looking for a shadow cut that's border shadow horizontal, done by Abdi Studio. So anywhere you could find a shadow cut that's sort of like slit like this, use that, and then reduce it, rotate it, make sure that it fits your canvas and your design so that it looks something like that. Then you're going to grab your A, go combine it with your T. Then you're going to grab your shadow, you're going to duplicate it, and you're going to start adding it on to the design so that it covers the design nicely like this, so that the A and the T are added together and it's a beautiful shadow cut of a T and an A, like this one. We don't want to complicate it. Beautiful, simplistic, minimalistic design of a T and A Ahmed. Let us know which one is your favorite between the two so far. This is our number 2. Let's add a third page for our third design. 3, 4, and 5 is all about fonts. If you find the right font for your logo, you're good to go. So with this idea, I would love to change the color and make it a nice gold color. Press T to add text on our canvas, and then we're going to write the capital letter T. And we're going to change this and make it a beautiful, beautiful font. Let me first change the color and make it. Then we're going to change the font to 10 Astoria. TAN Astoria, this beautiful font, and we're gonna have our nice T that looks absolutely gorgeous, and bring it to a little bit top section of your design. Yes, then you're gonna duplicate the T so that you have a second letter, the letter A, and then move them closer to each other so that they are almost touching but together like this. Then align it nicely, then press R for rectangle and move your rectangle just in the middle, and then change the color and make that same as the color of the background, but then make sure that it is front and it covers the R like that. It covers the T and the R that way. Next, you're going to press T for text. Once you've added your text, make it nice and big, and then go to your fonts and go to your text styles, change it to body, because we want to have this text have capital letters and small letters. So we want to write, and we change the font to Halimam. So you're going to go back to font and you're going to select Halimam, and we want the color to be a brownish color so that it goes very well with our design. Like that, and then press T for text so that it blends in nicely together. We'll also change that to a brown, and there goes our number 3. Our fourth idea starts with us pressing T for text, and we're gonna write a capital letter T, and we're gonna change the font, make this nice and big. We're gonna change this to Archetype, then this nice big font, and we have a big T that we're going to change the color and make gray so that it looks awesome when we get to 3D. And we're going to duplicate this for an A so that it gives us this nice square A. For us to see the background, I can always change it to black, but when you change it to 3D, you must remove the colors with white. So you're gonna bring them a little bit closer to each other, like you marry them like that. Then you're gonna press R for rectangle to create a square shape that is the same as your background. So it should be black in order for us to create a gap between the T and the A over there. So you can always zoom in to make sure that you are covering the correct size. Next, you're going to press T for text to write the word production house using this font that we used earlier on, which is Glacial Indifference. So you could always write it up like that, or go and copy it from the design up above and then add it on there. Change the color to gray for that as well, and then we can make it nicely so that it fits this design of ours. And we can always use our spacing to have it fit the box, and it looks like that. For design purposes, we're going to create a camera. So we're going to press C for circle, and we are going with a red color for this one, and we're creating a camera. So we create a circle, we change the color, we make it red, we select it, we duplicate, or alt, or your alt, and you hold the alt key and you change it to black, and you want to create a moon camera shape. So you would reduce the black circle. You can always zoom in to control the design better. And you can duplicate those shapes, group these two, move them a little bit out of the way, grab the duplicated shapes that you've just done, rotate them, and then rechoose them, and then you can group them and then combine the two shapes. So that you have something like looks like that. You can always group your shapes. And then lastly, press circle and reduce your circle so that you have an eye that's also red in color. And then group all 3 circles and size it so that you have a nice eye that you can add on your design. Let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying these. Align, align, align. And our last design, we add an extra page to create the last design. Change and make it red. Then we're going to press T for text, and we're going to type T for our capital letter T. This is a very fun font that I found that I thought, let's try creating a logo with it. It's called Geomath 2, this one. I haven't tried this other Geomath 1. Oh, that looks so much fun. No, boring. Geomath 1 and 2. I love. Okay, so we're going to go with Geomath 1, and we're going to duplicate this and have a capital letter A for our Geomath 1 and 2. So because we want gorgeous colors, we're going to change these to gray so that they look awesome when we convert it to 3D. And we're going to rotate the A so that it looks like it is a reflection of the T. And then we're going to add them together so that they're completely one. And it's fairly nice and simple, no drama. You can make it even bigger. And then you go and you grab yourself text in small letters for the rest of the name of Talib. So you're going to change this to a nice gray, and then you add Talib Ahmed, and you add it just below, and always reduce your spacing so that it is aligned, and you have your beautiful alignment like that. So you saw with the Geo 2, it looks slightly different. It looks like that, and the A like that. So you could have it this way, or you could have it with the Geo 1 and it looks like that. So you're going to group these and you're going to download them as a transparent background. So you're going to go share and you're going to download and you're going to select transparent background. It is a Canva Pro feature that you can always trial it with my link below. So I'm going to convert page number 5. But you would have seen at the beginning of the video the other ones that I've converted for you, because we can. And you're going to click on download, and it's downloaded. Therefore, you're going to go and open photopea.com to convert it to 3D. So I've been told I'm fast, so I'm going to take my time a little bit and not go as quick as I would, but this video that I'm going to attach below is slow, and it's going to teach you step by step so that you don't miss anything. Once it has opened up all of your templates and you're happy with them, you can pick any template that you want to use. Say we want to use this steel logo template. You're going to click on the link and then you select the photopea.com link so that it opens up the mockup for us. After it has loaded, you're going to double click where it says your logo here on the checkered box, and then it shows you how you should add your 2D logo mockup. So this is the example. We're going to hide the example by clicking on the eye, and then we're going to go to our 2D and grab our design that we've created from Canva. And this is the size that the designer showed us that it should be. We're happy with that. We're going to press Control S or Command S to change it to Smart Object, and then it has updated to Smart Object. Then you're going to click on the first tab to go access your design. It looks absolutely stunning. I love it. It hasn't pixelated. It's absolutely beautiful. You're going to go File, Export As to go find the file type that you want to export your 3D logo mockup as. And if you're happy with PNG, you select PNG, and then you can rename and you click on Save. Our next video that we're uploading is when and which mockup should I choose. So the video is going to be focused purely on mockups and when to use which mockup. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I had so much fun. Taib, let us know in the comments below if this has sparked some creativity and if you've finally going to leave me alone. I hope you enjoyed these. I will see you on our next video.